Hello, mathletes. So in 3.2, the last lesson, we talked about situations where we had two parallel lines that were intersected by a transversal, and in those situations, alternate interior angles are congruent, alternate exterior angles are congruent, corresponding angles are congruent, and same side interior angles are supplementary. So now we're gonna, in 3.3, we're gonna go the other way around. We're gonna say, okay, well, let's look at the converse of these theorems with alternate interior, alternate exterior corresponding, and same side interior. And so we're going to say if the angles are congruent in the case of corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, then we can say, oh yeah, those lines are parallel. Okay, and we'll prove these theorems later on in this video, at least three of them. And so, but anyway, so now we're going to prove that lines are parallel by looking at the values of the angles. So the first postulate is the converse of corresponding angles theorem, okay? And so it says, once again, if two lines of a transversal form corresponding angles that are congruent, then the lines are parallel, okay? So in this case, if angle 2 is congruent to angle 6, then line M must be parallel with line N, okay? So that's what this theorem is saying. Okay, theorem 3-5, the converse of the alternate interior angles theorem. So this says if two lines of a transversal form alternate interior angles that are congruent, then those two lines are parallel, right? So in the diagram here, if angle 4 is congruent to angle 6, right, then line M must be parallel with line N, all right? All right, so here's theorem 3-6, converse of same side interior angles theorem. If two lines in a transversal form same side interior angles that are supplementary, that add up to 180, right, then the two lines are parallel. So if, in this case, angle 3 and angle 6 add up to 180, if they're supplementary, then that means that line M is parallel to line N. And finally, theorem 3-7, converse of alternate exterior angles theorem. So if two lines of a transversal form alternate exterior angles that are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. Okay, so in this case, if angle 1 is congruent to angle 7, then line M is congruent to line N. Or excuse me, not congruent, but parallel. All right, line M is parallel to line N. All right.